Is it? 93. Come on. 15 seconds for white. 93. Right, she played it. 93, and then, as I'd say, it must be rook d8. How is that? 95, it's rook d1 followed by queen h5. Queen h5, and there is rook h4, so Harika blundered this one. It's a check, king h2. And no, she did not play. She played queen f1, but there must be some mate. Check here, king h8, knight f7, queen f7. I know, it was a check from g4 with the rook, sorry. So it was rook g4, king has to go to h8, knight f7, queen f7, and queen e5. White is winning, and it's 3 points each. It will be 3 points each, and we will continue in 10 minutes with 5+3 blitz. That's absolutely incredible result. Rook a6. I can't believe it still. Oh wait, there is still some, no, there is no fight. King a8 and b8. Yes, no chance here. That's the position we've reached. Black took the pawn on h3, but now white will move the king. I don't know why Harika is playing, actually. White clearly demonstrated there is no chance. What's the point? And bishop g6 and bishop h5. And you can see from a camera view from the above, somehow we have a delay on our big view. The rook on a8, you know, and h8, so too many ifs. But in this time, h6 will be the weakness which black has to protect. Castle. Not sure if c3 is such a nice move, because yeah, okay, c3 castle, and then it's Harika who spends time. She actually has less time already. No, I'm not sure. I mean, forget about this display. It shows something, but those figures, they are not relevant, absolutely. Well, I'm impressed by Harika's ability to get precisely the same position with white as she got with black a couple of games ago. I mean, her setup is pretty much the same. I'm not talking about a black setup. I'm not in time to reproduce all those moves. Black, of course, shouldn't have any trouble whatsoever, so it's only about controlling the clock. h3, bishop a6. Actually, one day black might consider, well, strangely enough, because yeah, normally you don't give the bishops, but if, say, if it's possible to take this knight, no, it's not possible. Horsey runs away to d2, rook c8, absolutely no problem whatsoever for black. Harika decides to close the queen side. Don't really understand what's going on. Okay. So technically it's black now who has more space, but we are all aware of those King's Indian attacks. So if by, I don't know how it's possible, but if white gets f2, f4, in the right version, then it can be dangerous. Hang on. By the way, what about right version? I mean, it's not my move. King h8, well, okay. Black decided not to swap, which is a bit surprising. Then queen went to c1, bishop d2. Bishop c8, queen c1. I'm sorry, they're playing so fast. So I'll monitor major thing. If someone is a rook up, and if someone flags fall, if someone flag falls, or, well, third thing, if they are close or far away. At the moment it's second, they are far away from reaching the time control. Bishops eventually got swapped. That's the current position. I don't know how to. After bishop f6, all of a sudden white went to swap the bishop. That's the position here. It gets harder and harder for black to deal with f2, f4. Not that it's such a big threat. Well, but it doesn't seem like it's on white's agenda. What? Can pawn be taken? What? Knight g4 attacks the pawn on e5. And, well, you have to play fast, no questions asked, but why on earth would you give the pawn? Alright, so that's what happens now. Takes. Well, knight f6 after g5. I mean, now white has all the chances, of course. It's pawn up and more or less winning position, I would claim. Well, you have to be careful though. So somehow to drive this horsey from g4, bishop h3 is perhaps the right thing to do. Knight e5, f4, so that the knight never gets back to g4, because that's the only square when it can land on e3. Black still did not play knight e5, but he probably should. Yeah. f4, knight c6. Well, awful position for black, what can I say? Right, white will bring the pieces to... well, it's black who brings pieces to the h-file first, and it's black who opens an h-file, h6. Well, again, I'm not managing the moves. E5, knight. Well, once again, I'm never ever in time. All the rooks swapped, which is, well, not all that easy for white to win, perhaps. He must be winning again. Bring the queen on e4, then g4, f5. Knight and bishop swap. Now, this is perhaps not what I would do, because, you know, queen's ending is one tricky thing. g5 though, again, bit puzzling. So is queen f3. So now takes and pray for better. Or, hang on, how about playing g4, which has happened actually, That's quite interesting, because now, all of a sudden, if black doesn't, I mean, you could give a check. You could give a check on, well, black just missed the place in the final, because you could give a check, and after this king is not entering, so it's absolutely drawish pawn ending. You just have to watch out for an e-pawn. Incredible what goes on here. Right, has to be said that g3 might be still enough of a... No, f5. No, f5 is not played. Come on, people. That's something very strange. Who has 19 seconds? No, anyway, now they will reach the increment. They will reach an increment, so it will get... it will be some sort of a game of chess, and I think white doesn't have a chance. Once again, if queens are getting swapped, then it's just a draw, because the king is blocked over there. Hang on a second. That was the position. Could white play queen over there? maybe it was the only chance. Takes king f7, king g2, king f6, king g3, king f5. I know, but on king f6 you play king f2. So White was winning. I mean, winning the pawn ending. I'm not claiming White was winning after queen f4, which he probably was. And now it happened on the board. And now it is on the board. I don't know what Black did wrong. Wait, check here, queen c7. You can't do much though with Black. You can't do much. Right. So you should allow this. After which, yeah, queen h3. Now again a check. King goes to f7. Well, what to do? Check here and queen g2, and when queen goes, then another check. f6. f6 is weird, really? No, it's fine. Check on e7 and check on e7, right? King g6. And wait, f7, and then it's a perpetual. And is there a... well, actually, yeah, it feels like White missed something, because now how do you win? You don't win. Don't really win this one. Wait a sec. Check here. No, king goes. Now then I'll take g4, but I can do it immediately. Yeah, that's actually what happens. Check again on c6. King g7, queen check here. King to f8, and after... well, I don't know what Harika is trying to get, because she's giving all those checks. Now that's the position. They already got an increment. By the way, queen e6. Queen e6, and then everything's protected, and you cannot lose this one. Now Black deserves to lose, even though he won't, perhaps, because he should play queen e6. How can you lose this one if not on time? How can you lose this one? You can't. King c6. What a strange match this one is. Okay. Check, king g3, d3. Check here, king to, well, c7. Well, actually, g5 played, queen takes b3. It gets sharp again. I mean, it's weird to say that about this position, but it does get sharp, because now a couple of checks follow. King a6 is a nice way to finish the match. King c7, and then, hang on, g6, I take c4, queen f7. I'm not in time. So queen c4 is a possibility. Oops. No, queen c4, of course. Then, but then g7 is already there. And d2, right? Queen c4, g7, and d2. And since the pawn is not lost, and there is no... must be a draw still. Must be a draw, but what a match. And Harika did play something. What? Queen e3, and Black played queen g8. And it's not queen takes... People, I don't understand what's going on. Okay, couple of checks and queen d3. And it's already this position on the board. And it's then this position on the board. And who is to move? No, it's a draw. And, I don't know what was happening during the game, so pardon me for those comments. It was basically, I couldn't comment anything. It's finished. It's move number, what? They reached move 100, I guess. Move number 99. And what happened? Still not sure of the result. I mean, you don't play this one with White, of course. don't play this one with white, but is it possible a black lost on time? I mean, it's a bit, again, it's a bit silly, but I would really ask the arbiters to put the result, because it does matter, you know. It's a draw, I guess. Yeah, no, black won, which doesn't matter to us.